Good evening, everyone. Good evening, CCA. I am Mewtwo, joined by my friend Spicy, and tonight we are commentating the Grizzco Workers Union from Worcester Polytech Institute versus the GMU Patriots of George Mason University. Spicy, say hi to the people.
Hello, people. We got a great matchup here for Division 3 Finals. WPI Grizzco Workers Union coming in undefeated, I'm pretty sure, not losing any sets throughout the season. Meanwhile, GMU Patriots made the great run of their own here. Both these teams really experienced it throughout CCA. WPI previously winning Division 3 in Season 2, had a bit of a rough time in D2 Season 3, but here they are once again now, D3 Finals. Meanwhile, GMU, this is their first time in a playoff run after kind of struggling the past 2 seasons, but really, they're looking to have this breakthrough run, finish it off with a championship here tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely, and both of these teams should really pat themselves on the back for how far they've come. And so right now, we're going to look at some keys to victory right now. So I think Grizzco Workers Union, their keys to victory is to make sure when to dial down on the aggression and be able to pull back and play that neutral and defensive play. And be able to support their players Phantom and Frost in their key positions because they are going to be the ones that might be cooking the most. And I guess Krona has a deep learning exam that he needs to finish soon, but I hope GMU Patriots takes this to a Game 9 because I think it'd be really funny.
It would be funny, and for GMU Patriots, their keys to victory, playing together and working as a unit, and not, instead of just taking fights alone. They're trying to be there for one another and be open after a bad game, and just really being strong mentally. That's going to be really helpful for them. But here we are, going into Game 1 of this finals, and we get a chance to take a look at the comps here.
Oh yeah, and I think I just saw an N Perry Splat Dualies on the
Yes,
side of
we
on the
did.
Workers Union. So there we see Mario on the N Perry Splat Dualies. Let's see what he can do with those. And other than that, we see a pretty standard comp on the side of the GMU Patriots. We see that Cooler, we see that Trizuka, we see that Ballpoint as a really solid backline option, and we see that Bucket providing those Tri-Strikes and really good paint. Here we see Mario building up that splashdown. I think he might want to splash down the zone along with this Crab for support. You might want to actually rush the stack. There are 3 members of whoa, GMU Patriots, and they all go down. 3 go down, and the last one is that Hero Shot is being forced to jump out, and the Grizzco Workers Union is in a really strong spot right now.
Exactly, yeah, and you see the splashdown from the Imperial Mario. WPI still has a lot of specials coming up, strikes coming out now as well, and they're gonna keep maintaining this lead. And once again, GMU in a 3-down situation, really struggling to get anywhere in right now as Grizzco Workers Union really just establishing a great stronghold right here. The Zuka's gonna do what they can to try and find some picks, but they're gonna get picked off themselves as WPI is just working their way through these points. And once again, GMU is 3 down.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that Trizuka on the side of the GMU Patriots was a bit of a mistake because you couldn't really see anyone besides that person on the stack who you just decided to let live. And here we see the Bucket trying to go in, but unfortunately going down to that Crab. And here we see Mario with the splashdown, finding the Inkjet. And the last one is the Zap trying to paint the zone so desperately, and he uses Cooler to try and get his ink tank refilled, but he's not able to paint the zone against 4 members of the Grizzco Workers Union, and they go up 1-0 in a solid, dominant fashion.
Dominant for sure, yeah. WPI, Grizzco Workers Union, really just, once they had their foot on the gas, there was no looking back. We saw Mario hold the splashdown basically for like a solid minute or so, and didn't really pop it until the end. They didn't really have an opportunity to do so. But WPI off to a great start so far, and it's exactly how you want to start off in this championship match.
Oh yeah, definitely, and they really were able to keep up that aggression and kind of really pull back on the brakes a little, you know? Obviously, we saw, I believe the Empire Splat was get into their base and go down, but I believe their backline was just able to, or their midline was able to hold the position in mid and just allow members of the Workers Union to consistently jump back into them back in mid. And here we see a sub occurring right now. It looks like on the side of the Workers Union, so Miss L coming in. Let's see how this changes the comp of the Workers Union as we now go into tower control on Sturgeon Shipyard.
could be a good opportunity for GMU, the Patriots, to reset here. One of their keys to victory was not to psych themselves out and start panicking. Despite going down in the first game, having a rough time getting back in, there's still plenty of Splatoon to be played here, and maybe they'll have a bit of more of a matchup help with this map mode combination. Maybe their weapons here are better suited for this, and maybe this is exactly what they're looking for as we're going into Game 2 here.
You know, I just realized something. So Mario is on the Emperi Splat Dualies, and as we know, the Emperi Splat Dualies do have the splashdown. So if you really think about it, it's kind of like the Goomba stomp. Mario just really stomped on GMU Patriots like Goombas, so I'm wondering if he's going to do that again, because those splashdowns were getting some really good value every time he used that special. And here we are going into Game 2 on Tower Control on Sturgeon Shipyard. We see Mario on those Emperies again, but now we see a Tri-Stringer on the side on the Workers' Union.
Miss L swapping in, bringing in that Tri-Stringer, offering a bit more of that backline presence there because they didn't have that, instead relying on their Splash and the Crab to act as their backline. Now having a bit more of a traditional backline as Miss L is going to start firing some shots as people are rushing towards tower, just trying to fight off in mid, trying to establish positioning here before they're able to get anyone onto the tower. Slosher is going to be able to take down the ball point though from GMU, and this is going to lead to the Workers Union going to be able to start moving the tower slightly and going to look to make an opening push here.
We see the Bucket trying to take a 1v2 in mid. We see the Emperies go down. That's not what you want to see, especially since no one on the GMU Patriots have went down yet. We see Slug picking off that bow. We see 2 go down. We see Mario trying to fight this NZAP in mid. Let's see if he's able to get the kill, but no, Mario gets the kill. And we see the Workers Union slowly start getting back in. Mario pushing in alone. I don't think that was the smartest play to do. And now we see Miss L just being the only one to fire at that tower, waiting for all of their teammates to respond. We see 1 special available, and they already used it, but 2 go down inside the Workers Union. We see an Inkjet flying at the Workers Union, and it looks like this might just be a delayed wipe.
Exactly, yeah, and GMU is going to roll past that first checkpoint there, having 2 more specials on the line with their strikes, and now the Hero Shot is going to go down, sadly, though. The strikes do come out here, and the tower is still going up. 2 down now off of that play right there, and it's going to lead to GMU. Going to be able to keep going, and the more players just keep going down for WPI, and this is exactly what you want to see from GMU as they're rolling through the points right now, already at the second checkpoint, having 3 specials on the line. All 3 are being popped now. Jets flying, Zuka flying, and having all that going. And now the tower is going to keep moving. Once again at the second checkpoint, they're going to look to try and break past it here.
Oh yeah, this felt like such a flip of the switch on the side of the GMU Patriots. They are looking very strong this game. In the last game, they couldn't even get back into mid, and now we see one member of the Workers Union get back into mid. It was the Bucket. He finds 1, and it looks like he finds the 2, but I don't know if he wants to push that right now, because, you know, he's alone. They might need the help of their teammates, and now we see Mario coming in with that splashdown. He's gonna splash down right now, but he goes down, but he takes down the Zap too. We see Miss L just currently riding that tower, using that killer wheel, trying to find this ball point, because that is the biggest threat to them right now. We see the trip strikes forcing them off of this checkpoint, and right now GMU Patriots can just slowly stall and get back into mid, especially with this 2 down, especially with that 3 down.
Exactly, yeah, GMU doesn't really have to play super aggressive here. Just holding on defense is the name of the game for them. Having some specials online is going to be helpful here, and finding these picks as well. But now with their Hero Strike going down, but still 2 down now from the side of WPI, and this is an absolute carnage with everyone just in this firefight. Multiple players going down in that moment here, and you're approaching the 2 minutes to go mark. Mario once again has Splashdown ready. You gotta see if you can see that Goomba Stomp coming out. The Giant Fist come out. Not gonna be able to find a pick on here, but is going to be able to take that pick onto Yufa. But the tower is over with GMU, at least for a bit, until the tower is not gonna go revert back to neutral with about 100 seconds to go.
Yeah, and we see a trade happen in the middle. Both of the buckets on each side goes down. We see Corona with that NZAP desperately trying to find something, find a pick, or just get some paint on the floor. That way their teammates can move around a lot easier. Corona is just providing jumps to their teammates. Very smart move. They don't want to push in too far. If anything, they just want to get their cooler first. But now we see this Inkjet coming in, so now people are going to have to move. It looks like the GMU Patriots are making their move to go down on the side of the Workers Union. But, oh my goodness, Corona got 2 with that bomb. That was huge.
That This is absolutely huge right now, and now WPI is going to be able to take the tower here. Crota's going to be able to ride it. Cooler comes out, and this could be a great push for the Grizzco Workers Union here. Having the Cooler ready, we're trying to move up, trying to push this tower further here. We're at the 1 minute to go mark. We know the strikes already. The splashdown is going to come out as well. The Slosher's going to go down for the side of GMU. Mario's going to go down as well, but the 3 down now for GMU here, and Grizzco Workers Union is going to work their way past the 50 here, and this lead is starting to really start to dwindle. The whale comes out, and WPI is going to be at the second checkpoint. They are going to be able to take the lead. 3 down now on both sides here, but WPI getting the lead with 30 seconds to go is absolutely massive.
Holy cow, that was an amazing lead switch, because the Workers Union was able to find so many crucial picks, as we see when that 3 down when they were barreling towards that second checkpoint, and now we see 2 go down on each side, and it's really beneficial for the Workers Union because that means that the Patriots cannot get their specials that easily. But here we see a panic inkjet happening. We see Mario trying to press, and Mamma Mia, that doesn't work, Mario. And now we see the inkjet recall, but they do not have an inkjet right now on the side of Patriots to push towards that top right area on the side. But it doesn't really matter if Mario just rushes in and all their teammates rush in. And wow, the Workers Union was looking dire for them, but now they have made it back. It is now 2-0, and wow, very impressive play. That was just great teamwork.
Exactly. We knew that teamwork was one of the key things for WPI here, and that was just clinical play from them to come back there, make it all the way back from such a big lead, and then take it all the way now. And look at them now, up 2-0 in finals, and that's in a great spot here for WPI.
And right now it looks like we're going to be doing a live look-in into Splatoon tourney, as we see. Looks like a match just finished, and which team was that? I am not very familiar with either of those teams, but it looks like, oh, the score hasn't updated. Spicy, can you give us a little bit more information?
Yeah, it looks like over on Splatoon Tourney 1, we got a match between UGA Red from University of Georgia and the Grizzco Gators from University of Florida. Both these teams, their set recently started as well here. I'm trying to scramble and figure out what division is. I'm pretty sure this is Division 5, if I'm correct. So, and the set has been pretty good so far. I know both these teams have been having a good season as well. So trying to see what they're going to be able to do here in this match, and just trying to see what's going to be happening for them. Don't know the score exactly, but I would assume UGA Red is probably up in the set, and that's beneficial for them being up this early. As it looks like they are going to be going into game 2. So early set lead for UGA Red, hoping to see if they're going to be able to maximize what's been good for them. But here we are going to a game 3 now with our set between WPI and GMU.
Oh, look at this comp change. We now see a carbon roller deco on the side of the Workers Union, and here we see Mario just comfortably sitting on that Imperi Splat Dualies. I guess even though the patch has been out for a few days, they have just been hard at work grinding for that Splat Dualies and making it fit into the Workers Union's comp. And now we see the bucket. We see Mario go down. I don't think that's what you want to see, especially 2 go down, 3 go down on side of the Workers Union. The carbon is out of position right now. They don't have a Trizuka to try and fire back, and it looks like GMU Patriots just get the freest checkpoint I've ever seen in my life.
And that was 20 seconds basically for GMU to get to that first checkpoint, and they're going to keep going with their looks of it. People are going to be going down, and they're already past the 30, taking it all the way to the 25. We are 40 seconds into this game, and GMU has established a massive lead so far here. WPI is going to look to respond with a big push of their own, though, taking it Rainmaker onto the right side here, trying to see Cronus Squid rolling around, going to be able to make some moves here, going to be able to flank around, and they are not going to be able to get the check as they get shot down by the Zuka and the bomb there.
Yeah, that Trizuka was huge. Not only do you prevent them from getting the checkpoint, you also buy your teammates a little bit more time to get back into position. But no, the Worker Union is able to get back into mid. We see the splashdown from Mario. Find 2! Oh my goodness, that was such a huge play. But here we see the splatter shot and the bucket are still around. And here we see just the cooler coming out. No Trizuka, no splashdown, and no trip strikes. And here we see the bucket just go in and just find that Rainmaker. Now this just allows the GMU Patriots to get in. Not if they go 3 down though. The last one is that ballpoint. I think they're just perching up onto that top right, needing to just wait for the Workers Union to just approach them. But now it looks like the Workers Union could really flip this lead back into their favor, and they do.
We've been seeing absolutely volatile matches so far in the first 2 minutes, and with that massive lead change, WPI is now going to be in advantage here as they are just trying to find some picks, and you see Phantom get that pick onto next, but the Rainmaker is still in their territory here, going to see if they're going to be able to make most of a push, but WPI is going to be going down after taking it slightly up to the 18 here. GMU now going to try and reset this Rainmaker or pick it back up and make a push of their own here. They are going to pick it up, it looks like, going to see if they're going to be able to either reset it off mid or take the railing and go back into mid, and having a few players down is going to make this helpful, as well as these specials here. With both checkpoints down, this could be absolutely critical here, but you see that Next is just finding these picks, finding these opportunities for these strikes, and GMU's going to have a harder time to get past these wall here, but you look at them go, and this splashdown though is going to put a dent, but look at Next dudes go, almost being able to work through that until getting shot down there.
Yeah, very impressive play, but here we see Phantom with the carbon roll. Can they find one? No, they can't, but the Workers Union goes 2 down along with the Patriots. But now it looks like GMU Patriots just cannot break through this impenetrable defense of the Workers Union. And here we see they always just go 1 down or 2 down, and even if it's a trade, that Rainmaker is still very vulnerable, and now they maybe just want to push for themselves, or they're just waiting for their teammates. And here we see, I believe there was a flank in mid, and it looks like the GMU Patriots noticed, but they don't care. One of them just going through, Slug is going, but Mario once again with that splashdown, he's always finding so much value out of that.
Yeah, the Goomba stomp right there was absolutely critical, and that was such a massive stop for them too. And Mario once again has the splashdown ready here. We're approaching the 75 seconds to go. Mark splashdown once again, finding goodness. 2, and then so massive, finding a 3rd one off of that as well. And you see, this could be big for WPI. The wipeout happens, and this looks like Chrono's gonna be able to get onto the check and win the game for WPI.
Oh my goodness. That was just a masterclass of how to use the end parries from Mario. Like, I don't think I have ever seen a duelie that confident in their play, ever. Just, like, Mario is just able to make the end parries work so well, especially with a renovated special in the triple splashdown that we have not seen in S3, added to the patch a few days ago, but being able to essentially use it so well and so skillfully. He must have went back to Splatoon 2 and been like, okay, here's how I want to use it, and let's just hope it works.
Yeah, I didn't think I would expect end parries to be here in finals, let alone to be as good in finals as we're seeing it right now. WPI is having an insane run so far, up 3-0 here in finals, and they're playing absolutely amazing. You're seeing that players, not even just Mario, but the rest of their roster has been incredible in supporting each other, and like you see the amount of team fights being won, and that wipeout, especially at the end, absolutely critical for WPI. And being up 3-0, definitely there's developing a comfortable lead here, but still plenty of Splatoon to be played here. GMU is here for a reason, and I doubt they're looking to lose out in finals.
Yeah, definitely. Being down 3-0 in finals is not something you want to, not something you want to be staring at if you are the GMU Patriots. And this is why one of those keys to victory, as we mentioned, is being able to keep that calm head, being able to not tilt, being able to support your teammates throughout the thick and the thin. That is how you're able to improve as a team. And I think that's one of the biggest factors in improving as a team is that mental state, because if you start thinking bad, you're going to start playing bad. And here we are going on Clam Blitz, Crab Leg Capital, and I definitely think without Miss L on the side of the Workers Union, I believe the ballpoint on the GMU Patriots can just essentially just roam free on the map. And the Workers Union has a relatively short range comp, so I believe that the GMU Patriots will want to set up their ballpoint on the greats as quickly as possible and work around them because they have the range advantage and they obviously have an inkjet if they want to do that, and they have the ballpoint nouveau if you want to do some vac cheese. But I think they might just want to stick to the regular BP, and that's a fine pick too, because the inkjet being able to reach that top right when you are pushing on the side of the Patriots can be very big.
Exactly, yeah. I'm thinking for GMU, this is like a great map mode for them to be here, and to get that like reset mentally, and to get your first point on the board would be so massive for them to do so here. And I think, as you mentioned, WPI swapping out Miss L, it really does give GMU a lot more space to run in terms of like letting their ballpoints play from the back, having all those specials as you mentioned, whether that be the ink vac, whether that be the inkjet. They have a lot of flexibility here for GMU, and GMU's like seems to be thinking pretty hard about this comp right here, knowing that they are down 3-0, but there is definitely still a possibility for them to make a great run here. They are going to lock in their comp though, and here we are going into game 4, Clan Blitz on Crabwood Capital.
Yeah, maybe they just needed those few extra seconds to give themselves a quick pep talk because they know who they are. They didn't lose sight of who they were, and their path here was not a fluke. And now we see that ballpoint that we were talking about, and here we see a stamper and a splash on the side of the Workers Union, very different from what we've seen the previous 3 games.
Yeah, Frost picking up the Stamper here. We've seen them on Vanilla Slosher for the majority of the set. They are going to go down here, sadly, though. But Deuce now with that ballpoint, we've been highlighting it this entire time before the game. Really, this is a big potential for them here. But now 2 down on each side here is going to make things really interesting, as you see both these teams just trying to establish Clam Economy. Deuce is going to fire off Inkjet, try and find some picks, or just threatening with their space here. Not going to be able to do much though on either side, but GMU, it does have a lot of clams available. They want to start making a push by passing them around. That is definitely within the realm of possibility here.
Yeah, Frosta missing the kill, I believe, on that ballpoint, but they do go down eventually. I believe the ballpoint was just kind of out of position there. I think they wanted to be up on that high ground, but here we see the GMU Patriots finding the pick on the ball carrier. That means their push is going to be delayed, but the Stamper and the Crab both have specials online on the side of the Workers Union, and we see the Zipcaster, and we do not see the Crab yet. They might want to save the Crab for a bit later, and we see the Stamper go down, but we see one member on the side of the Patriots go down. We see 2 down, 3 down on the side of the Workers Union, and 2 down on the side of the Patriots, and the last one is this splash, and definitely they need to push back and play that neutral because they have so much pain in mid. I believe that they could just hold this for a short while.
Exactly, yeah, and that was massive. Beautiful defense from GMU. You saw the power clam was ready now, and there's another power clam ready for the side of WPI. Gonna see if they're going to be able to make a potential push here. You see the Crab is online. The splashdown is once again online from the side of Mario. So this could be interesting. And now 3 specials online here. Right now 4 as this first doing a zip in. Mario's got a splash down here. Going to find the pick on the Yufa. Going to get that squid roll in and break the barrier as well. As WPI is going to be able to strike first here, and their splash does have a pig power as well, and there's a lot more clams coming in, and that push is going to take it all the way to the 39 here as they go 2-3 down.
It may have taken them 2 minutes to get a push started, but when they got that push, they made sure they left a sizable dent. The Workers Union, 39 points left on the board, and here we see Krona not stepping off that gas. They already have another ball. Dude, the Workers Union is so in control of the clam economy right now. And as I say that, they go 3 down. Go see the splash, desperately trying to save the ball, not let despawn. And the bucket on the side of the Patriots cannot find that pick. And here we see the splatter shot with that Zuka ready. I think they would want to take a more advantageous position down on the ground. And we see the ball jump out on the side of the Workers Union. But here we see Mario pushing in, going down. I think that is a favorable trade because at least you take out the bucket. But here we see the splash holding onto their Crab. Very smart.
Very smart indeed here. WPI has a pretty big lead with about 2 minutes to go, and 2 down on GMU is going to make this even more advantageous for WPI here. Still having the power ready as well, and there's even more potential clams ready for the side of WPI with the potential pass. Yeah, 2 power clams now available for the side of WPI here. Meanwhile, GMU is just going to try and hold down mid, trying to figure out a way to like establish a push of their own or at least win this neutral exchange here. But you see players starting to go down on each side. 2 down now from the side of WPI, having the power clamp still available though, trying to keep those alive as much as they can. Deuce in the inkjet going to try and fire some shots, going to get an assist at least on one of them, and this looks like a potential chance to get in, but they are going to be able to get hit down right here. It's an absolutely massive just carnage and firefight happening in mid right now. All the power clams are basically not in play at the moment, and this is absolutely critical here as we approach the 1 minute to go mark.
Yeah, the Workers Union defense was so on point, and here we see Froster with that Stamper going in with that Zipcaster, trying to find one or trying to just provide a distraction. We see the ballpoint being very distracted by the Stamper right now. But Mario goes down, but in exchange, Corona takes out the hero shot player on the side of the Patriots. Here we see the splashdown on side of Workers Union. Corona just not pushing in. They know that they have the lead. They know that the GMU Patriots clam economy is in the dumpster right now. They can't even make a power clam right now. I feel like every time I watch the clam count, it's always Workers Union have just at least like one power clam on the ready, and GMU Patriots just always struggles to make a power clam in general. I think the key to victory here is just now figuring out where to get those power clams, but 3 go down on side of the Patriots, and here we see Corona running in with that ball, waiting for that timer to hit 0 so they can activate overtime and he could end it immediately, and it didn't really matter. Patriots never had a ball. So it's now 4-0 on the side of the Workers Union.
And the Workers Union is absolutely just dominating right now. And at that point, there's just great presence of mind, knowing you don't have to score towards the end there. Don't want to give GMU a pity clam of their own and let them trigger overtime. You just saw it was just a lot of control over there, and that was just such a massive win for WPI. But we are going to be taking another live look over on Splatoon 31 and watching the Division 6 matchup between Georgia and Florida as well, trying to see what's going on over there. And I think they're doing a live look in on us, actually.
Ooh, live look inception. Very nice. You love to see that. You love to see CCA streamers supporting each other. Uh, it looks like it's just going to be a replay of what we just saw. And yeah, I mean, if you look at the clam count on both sides, you could just see how the Workers Union was always, well, not just like now, always all game. They were always in control of that clam economy. And I felt like the GMU Patriots always struggled to just make a ball in general. And I believe the GMU Patriots defense really struggled.
Yes, agreed. But now we get to look into game 4 between UGA Red and Grizzco Gators. UGA, Georgia, is up 2-1 in the set here as they are going to be just looking at the comps. You're looking at some pretty interesting selections there. The Luna Blaster and Atenta Sorella from UGA Red. And yeah, we get to see how they approach Clan Blitz over in Division 6. Seeing a lot of like bombs being in play, a lot of people just like fighting off in mid, trying to get something established there.
Yeah, definitely. And it it appears to me it's frozen.
I think it is for some. Oh, well, maybe do have
Oh,
some action now.
we're
Yeah.
back. And we see the Luna go down to that Carbon Roller, who can be such a nuisance when on the ground. But I think a simple counter to it would just be going on the grates. That way the Carbon Roller would need to shark for you specifically. And oh wow, look at that Zuka finding 2 picks on the side of the UJ Red. And we see the Grizzco Gators scoring right now.
That's big for them to get on the board there for Grizzco Gators. Just trying to get anything on there and trying to get themselves back into the match, knowing that they are down a game into the set. Trying to keep that basket open. I don't think they were going to be able to, though, at least, but hey, getting the lead early might be exactly what they need. Just getting a chance to start playing from an advantage state. They are going to take it 2-65, though, at least, and before the barrier goes up. So getting that power in, getting some more in as well, beneficial for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we see the Forge and the Tenatech on the side of UJ Red getting ready with those tripling strikes in the Booyah. We see the Booyah. Hopefully it's not too close to where they could get shredded. And it looks like no one goes down from the Booyah, but the Carbon goes down on the side of UJ Red. Looks like Grizzco Gators is holding up a solid defense right now. We see the super jumps come in. We see Trizuka trying to get the ball carrier on the side of UJ Red, not finding any. And it looks like the Zap and the Luna finally used their specials on the side of the Grizzco Gators. And the Carbon once again goes down. But on the side of UJ Red, you have 20 clams. Never mind, make that 8. And now we see the Forge just panic booyahing, trying to get the Grizzco Gators off of their tail. And it looks like the Jet Sculpture does go down. But here we go into Game 5, match point for the Grizzco Workers Union. We're going to Splat Zones, Ship Shape, Cargo Co.
Now I'm interested to see, we see the Nautilus come out and a Splat Roller come out now, and you see Double Hero Shot come out as well as a Junior from the side of GMU. So we're seeing some weapon comp changes here, wondering how that's going to affect us as we go into a very pivotal Game 5 where WPI could clinch the championship with a win here. You've seen all these teams just fighting it off in neutral. No one's going to be able to cap the zone quite yet, as there's a very even paint output. GMU is going to be able to take the zone first though, and it's going to be helpful for them as you see how much paint they have on this comp, and having the Tri-Slusher as well to have that tactical option for them will be really helpful for them to just get some paint going. But you see this as WPI is going to put some players down and get the zone here. They are going to go 2 down though, but look to at least keep maintaining of the zone here and try to take the lead here as well, which it does look like they will be able to do.
Yeah, here we see GMU Patriots once again flipping that zone back again. We have one Trizuka online on the side of GMU Patriots. Hopefully he won't let it rip too early, but it looks like the Tri-Slasher does find Miss L, and it looks like the Tri-Slasher alerted its teammates to the man on the left. It's Corona with that N-Zap. He used a clear for himself. He's trying to find picks, and he's trying to find a play well. We see Mario coming in. He's supporting Corona, but he does go down. I don't think that was the best decision, but here we see the jump coming in. I don't think the GMU Patriots see it or can try to even stop it, but we see Mario once again using that splashdown just to paint the zone. There was no picks, but it looks like there's a one-for-one trade for the side of the Grizzco Workers Union. Now it's a 2-for-2, but now we see the Trizuka, and it looks like they are trying to shark out Phantom, who uses that bubble very defensively in the zone, trying to paint the zone, trying to neutral, trying to stall the zone from the Patriots, and trying to find a pick. They find one, they can't find two, and it looks like the Patriots might be able to get back into zone if not for Miss L on that Nautilus.
Miss L on the Nautilus has been doing great here, being able to establish a lot of painting presence as well, while their members are going to be able to go down there. GMU though is going to be able to neutralize the zone, and now once again retake here, having the Zuka on from Deuce. Then before going down into a trade though, the GMU is going to at least be able to catch some more points onto the board though, but now WPI, Mario is going to be able to help take back the zone, and they are going to be able to start once again trying to fight their way through their penalty. You see the rain come out as well, and they try to win some fights here, but GMU doing a lot of great things here, as it does look as they will be able to once again recap the zone potentially. Having it 2 down is going to be helpful as GMU once again takes back the zone, going to try and work their way through this penalty, and we are halfway through this game.
Yeah, and it's still a very even game, a lot different from what we've seen before, to where it's just GMU gets a really solid lead, but then Grizzco Workers Union pulls it back. It's very much more even now. We see the Brawler in mid using that bubble once again on the side of the Patriots, to where, and we see the flank. We see the flank with the Zuka on the side of the Patriots to go down on the side of the Workers Union, and as we see, GMU Patriots still has the lead, but we see that roller Phantom once again with that roller just putting in so much work. They now grab the cooler, so they're now ready. Even if they go down, they're still halfway to that bubble, but now we see them trying to push in, trying to find members of the Patriots. They're moving in with their team, but no, they ran out of ink. That's such a crucial time to run out of ink, but you go down on both sides. Miss L paints the zone by herself, and now we see all of Grizzco Workers Union coming back in because of that cooler effect.
Yes, exactly. And now GMU, though, is going to be able to take advantage and take control of the zone once again. It's been neck and neck this entire game so far, with players going down on each side. The rain comes out now from WPI, 2 down now from the side of GMU, which is going to lead to a WPI zone take here. We're approaching the 75 seconds to go mark here. WPI going to be able to work their way out of this penalty and look to potentially take the lead here. Mario once again has the splash already, and they have a bunch of other specials potentially coming online. Splash still comes out, and it's going to get canceled out, but WPI has the lead now, and with about a minute to go, if they can just hold here, the Division 3 championship is theirs.
Yeah, but to go down once again on the side with the Workers Union. I feel like I've been saying this all day. Take a shot every time I say the Workers Union goes 2 down this match. And we see Mario once again going down. We see Yufa just sharking, waiting. They're trying to figure out their current position right now. They're trying to figure out what to do. And it looks like the Patriots once again get the lead. We see Yufa with that splatter shot, with that Trizuka. They can't find any members of the Workers Union. And it looks like one goes down inside the Patriots. And we see Mario once again in mid using that triple splashdown, finding so much use, but not finding anyone here. Trying to rush both members of the GMU Patriots, and he can't find anyone. And once again, it's flipped back into the GMU Patriots' favor, but 2 go down on the side of the Patriots, but 3 go down, but 1 goes down on the side of the Workers Union. But it's just the junior. It's a junior versus the roller. If they can find the roller, I think they can win. But here we see the overtime, and it's just a heavily contested pain in the mid, and the GMU Patriots get it. The GMU Patriots are finally on the board.
GMU is going to stay alive. Prona is going to have to wait a bit longer to cram for their deep learning exam. This is great for GMU just to get on the board. What better late than never at this point. Maybe this is the start of something new for them. Getting the comp change was really helpful for them. You've seen the Tri Nouveau come out. You saw the junior and double hero shot there. So it maybe the comp change was what they needed. They seemed to take a while to figure out what comp was going to be good for them, and I think they found something that did click. And GMU, compared to the other games where you definitely saw WPI start to get that steamroll, GMU was very competitive here and got a well-deserved win.
Yeah, I think if you're GMU, you're hyping yourself up, you're patting your teammates on the back. Yeah, it was a close match, but I mean, I feel like every match was close. You know, there were just some key moments that GMU Patriots just needed a bit of a better defense, and here we saw them provide us with that better defense. So props to them for realizing that, hey, maybe we just need to brush up on this one area of our play, and they were able to brush up on it good enough to where they got a game on the board, and now hopefully they want this momentum to keep swinging in their favor.
Yes, and I think this will be big here. We're going into Tower Control Inkblot Art Academy. Tried and true map mode combination. You see this a lot in different tournament settings. You see this in CCA. You see this in different low div tournaments, and basically wherever you go in the Splatoon scene. And with these teams, definitely know how to play this map mode. WPI has been around for a while now. Plays in a lot of tournaments outside of CCA as well. And you know that GMU, with how competent they've been, with how strong they've been, especially recently, I would not be surprised to see if they are able to take this map mode combination and start using that as momentum here to potentially make a comeback into the set.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you're WPI, you're not going to get too shaken up about this. And like you mentioned, WPI has a ton of experience outside of CCA under their belt, and the Patriots' experience is just strictly within CCA, but that doesn't mean that you know, they're out of the count, as we saw with that very, very close Game 5 going into Tower Control Inkblot. I think they might want to stick with what was working for them, that double Zuka, that junior, and that NZEP. I think that comp will be able to really deal with specifically Miss L, you know, with that backline bow. But if they want to go back to ballpoint, I don't see how it's a bad option, you know. With that inkjet going up into the bats, we saw in Division 1 Grand Finals how you saw that ballpoint Cuber was able to put so much work in with that inkjet. Unfortunately, even though they lost, it really can still put up a really good numbers.
Exactly, yeah. It's a special that when in the right hands can be so good for your team and offer so much value here. We're going to be taking a look at the comps here, and I'm wondering if we are going to be seeing what's been tried and true, what's been working for these teams, or if we're going to see some weapons switches here. I think we see the machine for the first time this set come out, and we are seeing for GMU sticking to a relatively similar comp that we saw last game.
Yeah, I definitely feel like WPI is just really switching around their weapons every game, you know. But now, like, but we usually, you know, see Corona on that zap, and we see the machine from Frosta finding one from the Patriots immediately. Wow, abusing that machine arc angle. And now the WPI just takes this one pick, and they're going to roll with it. Now we see that Trizuka from the side of the Patriots not finding anyone, but one goes down on the side of the Workers Union, but one goes down on the side of the Patriots. But now it looks like this push has been effectively stopped, and we see the machine taking advantage on the top right, wanting to rain some hell down onto the Patriots. But here we see the teammates not being able to support them, and it looks like two go down on the side of the Patriots though. So I believe that the Workers Union can still can theoretically just make a push back into mid again, especially with three going down again. This might even be a wipe.
Yeah, we could see maybe a delayed wipe at this point, but now WPI is going to finally get to that first checkpoint. And you see Miss L trying with that aggressive positioning there. Unfortunately, going to be splatted down by Next on the Slosher. Slug now for GMU is going to try and stop this push here, but the push is going to still look to keep going as WPI has quite an advantage in terms of numbers and having those specials as well. You saw the Booyah Bomb coming out now, firing it off over towards the GMU base, and you see Corona trying to just find some aggressive picks here, going to get one, potentially going to find two, maybe three, but they are going to get splatted down though. The two down on each side, but WPI is going to keep this going. Miss L, before getting white, is going to push that tower all the way to the 41.
Yeah, great stop on the side of the Patriots, not letting it get too out of hand. I believe 41 can still be a really good lead to overcome. But now we see one go down on the side of both the Patriots and the Workers Union, and two go down. So that means the machine is down. That means their main tower killer is down. And we see Next with that beautiful bucket play, being able to pick off one of the members. And we see Next again using that great movement. And here we see, I actually didn't call this out before, but Mario is no longer on the end parry and rather on the vanilla splatter shot.
Yeah, we don't see the splashdown potentially being used in this map. Instead, rocking with the Zuka instead. Very much more common, much more of a meta pick, I would say. But like Mario now going to get splatted down once again here by Next. Next just playing absolutely out of their mind here, trying to keep their season alive, keep these championship hopes alive. And GMU is now with about 2.5 minutes to go, just trying to find something here. Tower is once again back into neutral. Strikes coming out from Next. GMU is going to try and figure out a way to get back onto the tower. Now two down on the WPI, two down on each side here. Miss L doing so much, finding another pick, going to try and find another one on the dude. We're not going to be able to do so right here, but gets the thing onto Yuka in a trade. But we are down to the last 2 minutes of this game.
These last 2 minutes can be the decider whether or not the Workers Union is getting some monitors from MSI, or the Patriots are going to take them to a Game 7, but one goes down on the side of the Patriots. Is not looking real good, especially when Corona uses that cooler. You know that they're about to do some crazy stuff. And here we see one go down on the side of the Workers Union. Again, that's not what you like to see. Two going down. Corona is rushing their bats, but we see Next once again stopping Corona. And now we see Next trying to potentially stop this push. Let's see if they can find the machine, and if they do, this can be really big. This can be a delayed wipe on the side of the Workers Union, and they do. That's a wipeout. And now we see, I believe the Patriots need to push really, really hard. They need to push really, really well. We see the Trizuka coming out, trying to find one. But I believe that I don't think you should have used all 3 shots on that one individual person. But here we see 3 go down on the side of Workers Union, but 2 go down on the side of the Patriots. And the last one is Corona, but he goes down. And Miss L building up that charge as the Nautilus, trying to see what they could do. Can they find, if they can find Next, this can be huge. But it looks like the Patriots are going to take the lead. And here we see, this is just a complete flip of the script. At first, it was just the Patriots getting a large lead, but now it's the Workers Union getting the first push, getting the large lead, and it's the Patriots pulling it back.
Gosh, yeah, GMU here already at the 20 now with about 30 seconds to go. Not only taking the lead, but getting some extra change on that as well. And now in the last 25 seconds, this could be big. Frosta trying to find some more picks. Not going to be able to find anything else here. The Booyah Bomb is going to come out here. Going to have to play it from a more offensive standpoint rather than from the GG Booyah that they were probably expecting to use it for. But now finding these picks, once again, finding a double as well. And now WPI got to try and finish the job here. They have one more push to potentially win this game right now, win this championship of Division 3. We are triggered overtime here. Frosta is going to go down. 3 down now from WPI, and I think this could be the dagger as JMU stays alive.
I was gonna mention that they had the GG triple ink strike, but that Trizuka finding 2 on the tower and then Miss L getting picked off was some insane team coordination on the side of the GMU Patriots. I think they finally woke up, they finally realized that they could win some monitors from MSI, and they were like, oh wait, we could win monitors, and now they're starting to finally cook. These are the GMU Patriots we saw throughout the entirety of CCA. They played very hot, and now, even though they went down 0-4, they're like, nah, I'd win.
Yeah, they want those monitors from MSI, and you see that GMU is playing just so well now. Before, you would see that WPI would get these leads, and then GMU would try and come back, but they weren't able to do so. Or like flip the script where GMU would have a massive lead and WPI would be the one to take the comeback. GMU now having that mental strength there, and being able to stay mentally in it within that game was so critical for them. And now you see them make that comeback here, and now they're still alive in this set, and this could be potentially massive for them here, as instead of monitors, looks like they are going to be getting an MSI prize package instead, though.
Yeah.
Which both these teams are definitely trying to look for here. Might not be as great as monitors, but it's okay.
I apologize for that fraudulent information I just said. But here we see the... I'm sorry, did the host, did our stream producer just change the music? I guess it's they're just trying to fit the theme of what is going on right now. I think if you're the workers union, you're definitely kind of starting to sweat. You're starting to get the sweat on the palms. Those sweat glands are starting to dilate just a little. Your sympathetic nervous system is starting to activate just a little bit. You know, even though you're still up 4-2, that momentum that the GMU Patriots have got over the last 2 games is starting to build. It's starting to snowball. And if you don't snuff it out, I believe within this game, I think GMU Patriots can reverse sweep. And if that happens, not only does this make this the most hype grand final set in CCA, Corona cannot take his deep learning exam.
Oh yeah, for academic-wise, you're rooting for Corona, I guess, at this point. But if you want more Splatoon, you're rooting for GMU. Seeing the return of the dualies, I think, as well from Mario. That we're seeing the end parries come back now, trying to see if that might be the ticket to win the championship here for WPI.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if the end parries worked the past 3 games, then it's certainly gonna work again. But next, I feel like it's always next. They're turning up. They're turning up, Spicy. It's always next. And 3 go down on the side of the WPI. I believe that was such a big mistake, going to the left instead of going to the right. And now all your eyes are focused on Corona, who just tried to do the best escape method possible. Now we see Mario go down. It's another 3 down. And now they could really go left again, but they really need to watch out for Phantom coming in from their right. And they do pick him off. And it looks like they don't have the range to contest the checkpoint from all the way over there.
Yeah, GMU is playing so hot right now. You see that Mario with the splashdown, not going to be able to find anything here though, but it does corner people with the strikes coming out. Zeus is going to be able to get a couple more points, I think, comes to the board there, but not much though. And now they are 3 down, and WPI is going to try and reset something back here, trying to once again paint towards mid. And you see Frosta now on the vanilla slosher, just trying to get something going for WPI here. The GMU is playing incredibly hot right now, and now it's up to WPI to try and figure something out, playing from behind. And you see the strikes come out, and 2 down up on the side of GMU. The Rainmaker does reset here, but that was a great 96 with a white coming out though. That's critical, as WPI is looking to potentially make a push of their own right here.
The last one was Corona, who was able to pop it, use the cooler, and grab the Rainmaker, and it looks like some of their teammates were not able to grab that cooler. We see one of them just pushing up immediately. We see the Trizuka coming out, playing as a defensive Zuka, finding Mario, and it looks like there was a trade that occurred, but here we see the triple ink strikes, forcing that Rainmaker away from the checkpoint. They are stalling this super well. But here we see the bubble from the roller. The roller can just go forward on the checkpoint and just bubble. And now, what does GMU do? But now we see Frost turning up with the bucket as well.
Yeah, Frosta with the bucket coming in super clutch for WPI here. They are going to be able to get that checkpoint, and this could be massive if they're able to keep something going. But GMU is going to be able to snuff out these jumps there and going to try and protect this Rainmaker from WPI possession. Now it's a 4-on-2 situation here as GMU is trying to make something of their own. Phantom though with that flank, trying to get something going. Rainmaker does reset as Phantom goes down. Past the halfway point of the set. Deuce is trying to find some more picks here with that Zuka. Not going to be able to find their mark though, but once again, Mario with his triple splashdown, trying to find something. Not going to be able to do anything yet here either, though. And now we are coming to the last 2 minutes of this game. It's very close here. The checkpoints are both broken, and this trade is just to signify how close this game is.
There is an 8-point difference between WPI winning and the GMU Patriots taking WPI to a game number 8. But here we see the WPI, they look uncontested right now. They're just pushing the Rainmaker. They're going through the grates, and they take the lead. But it looks like the lead is still such a small margin. It's only 9 points. And it looks like the GMU Patriots are now on the back foot once again. Here we see another tightly contested game, just like Shipshake Cargo on Splat Zone. But we all know how that went. But it looks like to go down on the side of the Patriots. It looks like the Workers Union is just pushing again.
And this is big. Corona, it has the Rainmaker here, going to try and swim up there, going to get hit down though. Not going to be able to do much here as you is just trying to figure something out. Now it's a 3-down situation for WPI. With the checkpoints broken, there is still a potential chance for a GMU breakaway that we could see again. Similar to how WPI was able to do that. But here we are, 1 minute to go here, 1 minute to separate GMU from staying alive in this set, or WPI from being able to clinch this championship here. The Rainmaker is going to be popped over in the middle here as WPI is Frosta going to pop those strikes, and you see Crota once again holding the Rainmaker, trying to make a push on their own, getting someone down here as well, and then potentially trying to get a couple more here. 2 down now from the side of GMU, and we're now down to the last 30 seconds, and it does look like WPI, Crota's going to go past the strikes, and take it all the way to the 16 here and deep in enemy territory.
If GMU makes this comeback, I will donate $5 to every person in Twitch chat right now. But here we see the bum rush. We see Deuce trying to get it out of their base. We see Mario stopping him. We see the GMU Patriots gathering around that shield like it's a campfire. It's their last chance. If they can't pop the Rainmaker and grab, they lose. And it looks like, oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
And it looks like they get the Rainmaker, and it looks like it's just Mario. It's just Mario. It's just Mario. In the whip. But Slug, how much time does this Rainmaker have? I don't think they want to take it. I don't think they want to play that aggressively, especially when one goes down and there's a bomb. There's no play around the Rainmaker. They need to help. They need to help him, but it's a wipe. Everyone around the Rainmaker just died, and the Grizzco Workers Union is going to take Div 3 Finals 5-2.
They're going to cap off the undefeated season and just going 5-0 in the regular season, sweeping their way through playoffs, and a very deserved win for WPI Grizzco Workers Union. Win that in a great set, 5-2. Congratulations to them for winning Division 3 Finals.
Yeah. And an amazing job to GMU Patriots, almost bringing it back. Though that momentum was definitely swinging, but it was just, I think what was the real nail in the coffin was those 2 pushes that the Workers Union was able to get. First, when they walked on the grates, getting that lead, and then when Corona started walking past those triple ink strikes and getting it to 16. And on Undertow, 16 is just such a large obstacle to overcome, and the GMU Patriots should not be ashamed of how they played. I believe that, maybe their mental, may have been a bit tattered after the first 4 games, but being able to bring it back 2 and just not being swept is just such like a commendable effort, because I know how hard of a hole it is to get out of when you're down that bad, but being able to claw your way a little bit out of that hole is something that I could really see them taking into next season and maybe even winning the division that they're placed into.
Exactly, yeah. I'm excited to see what both these teams go forward next season. So WPI, congratulations to them again. GMU, though, as we both mentioned, there's nothing to be ashamed of here. That was an amazing performance on their end. To go from never making playoffs to having this amazing run here to get second place in Division 3, looking to see where both these teams go. But I think that's going to be the end of it for us tonight here at CCA. Mewtwo, pleasure commentating with you. Where can the good people find you?
It has been a pleasure commentating with you two, and suck it, Twitch chat. You're not getting my money. And you could find me. I don't tweet. I don't tweet on Twitter because that's a mess right now. But you can find
True.
my team Twitter at best SPL map mode triggerfish zones supremacy. And Spicy, where can the good people find you?
You can find me on Twitter. I don't really use it, but you can find me there at 2SpicyBM or on Twitch at spicy_BM, I think. I'll figure that out eventually, but yeah, absolute pleasure getting to commentate this amazing set with you, Mewtwo, but that was a great way for us to cap off, I think, the last championship match of the season. So that's it from us tonight. Hope to see you guys around next time.
Wait.